that's what helps me. So your exercise is working out.
I work out and I run, and I put me a little John P. Key on, and I put me a little Hezekiah, Get Better on. And you know what? It's all good. Everybody have to release how they can release in their own way.
Right.
Especially at the age of 50 and over.
Right.
You know, when I was 25, I released a different way.
So you keep saying at the age of 50 and over. How old are you, Casey?
See, why are you going there? Now, here's a question.
Because I'm okay with 57.
Is a woman over 50 ever supposed to tell her age? Because my children, they really don't know how old I am. Mom, how old are you? I'm 29 and a half. My birthday rolls around, which is always Super Bowl weekend. And Mom, how old are you? Somebody said something. You know, so that's a question. A woman over 50, is it okay? Are you okay with telling your age? See, I'm still not there, Diana.
I'm okay with myself.
I'm trying to date, and I want me a cougar. So I want a cougar.
Okay.
So is it really? Do you think it's okay? I'm wondering if our audience out there, do you think it's?
I don't think age matters.
It doesn't matter
To me, it doesn't.
So, but you're married.
Yes, he's older. Fortunately,
You're a cougar by
But-
marriage.
have I ever been a cougar? Yes. Would my kids like to know that? No. So,
But see, at this age, hear me out.
okay.
At this age, I'm competing against 40-year-olds.
No, you're not competing against anyone because you're absolutely beautiful.
Well, thank you.
And that's in your mind. You don't have to compete with the young people because
So you think it's okay for me to say my age?
I think it's okay for you to be who you are.
I'm gonna be who I am, and I'm not gonna tell you my age.
And that's okay. She doesn't have to tell you her age.
Not now. I have to build up to it. Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. You know, it's and
But if our audience knew,
Mhm.
I think that you would find out that you would get so much
I tell you
feedback.
what, audience, put a post out there. You know, once you see the video, well, how old do you think I am? And it better not be nothing
Over 40.
Just kidding. No, but I really want you to tell me how old you think I am. Now you know.
So
What
Casey-
do I look? How old
So
do you
Casey,
think we
Casey,
look?
I actually know your age.
I know you do.
But to me,
Mm-hmm.
I would give you 35, 36.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yes.
I'll take it. I'll take it down.
That's why I tell you that it's being comfortable in your own skin.
Mm-hmm. Self-identity, self-worth,
Mhm.
who I am. No one pays my bills but me.
That is correct.
Okay. I am me. I'm very independent. My
Mhm.
father taught me to be independent. He used to say, "Look, you have that man take you out on a date and make him buy you a dinner and a movie, and you go on home. You know, you just go on home and think about how the date went, who the person is. Don't waste his time. Don't waste your time." Then this is at a young age, but like I said, I'm much older now, and I'm like, phone gonna ring after a date. So you know,
So one
talk to me about that.
So one of the things, Casey, is that I was very young when I had my first kid. I was 17 years old.
Oh, see,
My
Audience?
father doesn't realize how much he hurt me. He's in heaven now, rest in peace. And I think that my father and I should have had a conversation. I had my first child when I was 17 years old. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm very proud of him. He is absolutely adorable and successful. And for me, I always felt I needed to prove myself because I grew up with two sisters. I have a baby sister that's younger. She's younger than me now. We're 17 years apart. And but both of my sisters, you know, they finished high school, they finished college, and then they got married and they had kids.
Okay.
So for my father, I was a disappointment to him. And he didn't realize by telling me I was a disappointment that was a hurt. So I went through my life thinking that I had to prove myself to people, and I didn't. It took me 8 years to get a bachelor's degree. I didn't have anybody there for me to help me achieve those goals.
So what you're saying is you were looking for forgiveness from your father, looking for acceptance from him. Sometimes we do that. We look for acceptance or forgiveness.
My mother was absolutely amazing because my mother is from the South. She's from Louisiana, and she's French. And for her, she felt like, so you're pregnant? we're going to take this baby, you're going to finish school, and you're going to continue to go on. So I had the support from my mother, but I didn't have the support from my father, which really deeply hurt me, because he doesn't realize that because he had lawyers or doctors or teachers or whatever they were in his family, that he looked at me as a disappointment. He's never said one time that, you know, I apologize for those things.
Right.
And I've never had the opportunity to tell him that the things that he said hurt me.
Well, how can you let that go now? Tell the audience, what do you
Well, how
do?
I let it go now,
Yes.
and how I've learned to move forward. Because my father died and I didn't have a chance to tell him, I wrote him a long letter to tell him how I felt. To tell him how I felt that he affected me at that point in my life, where I felt that I never needed to be affected. I should have been embraced. I'm not the first child in this country to have a child underage. And that's why it's so important to me that we get our stories out, because I want other girls to know that who has been violated, who has been hurt, who have had children at young age. You don't have to be a part of the system.
Right.
You can continue to get out of not being on the system. You can work hard to accomplish what you need.
That's true.
It doesn't stop you from getting to where you want to go.
That's true.
You had the opportunity to go out and get 3 degrees because you had 2 parents.
I had support of my parents.
That is correct.
And it was, I lived in a household whereas my parents were very supportive in everything that I did. They didn't give me everything. I had to work for it. I had to work for everything that I
worked for
wanted.
everything in my life.
So now I'm in my life part. I see children and young teens, young girls that are pregnant and want to have abortions and want to, you know, did that go through your mind? I want to ask that question. While you were pregnant, did that even come up in your mind, honestly?
So when my mother took me to the doctor to find out that I was pregnant, the first thing the doctor said was, well, she can get an abortion.
Ooh.
At that time, I was very, very good in volleyball, and I probably would have gotten a scholarship. And I remember my mother's face, and she said, that is not going to happen.
Oh, that's not an option.
That will not be
Back
an
in the
option.
day, that wasn't an option back in the day. But now we have pro-choice.
Yes.
You know, but back in the day,
And
it was a great choice.
And I look at my son today,
It was
if
a
I
great
wouldn't have
choice.
thought something like that, I wouldn't have him. And he's such an awesome guy.
And you raised him.
And I raised him.
You raised him.
And I'm proud of everything that I've done. I may have made some mistakes along the way in my life.
We all do.
And I feel like that the only person that I need to be forgiven from is my higher power. And that's the only person.
That's it. And understand that if your father didn't forgive you, you have to ask for forgiveness for him. Sometimes we have to do that. And that's how you did it, by writing the letter. Because we can knock on doors and beg people, please forgive me. But if you attempt it and it doesn't work for you, then you have to go to a higher being and say, look, this is done. I'm letting this go. You know, I forgive you. I have peace with it, and I'm okay. Because really, you know, can you go back through all the years and try to figure out who you upset and forgive? No. It comes with development and growth and maturity. She raised a son. She was 17 years old. She raised a son, an awesome son. I know him. So, but on the same note, she had to forgive herself with her dad. Allow that process to happen. Everything is a process. And once that happened, I've seen them together. They're a little bit crazy, but they're fun. I've seen them together. Very handsome man. And I just want to say, Diana, you got through that.
I did.
And
and I have 2 other beautiful kids besides that.
Yeah, you're
But
doing awesome.
I do want ladies to know that I dealt with resentment, bitter, anger. You know, we go through so much in the workforce that
Denial, bitter, anger.
it just you know, when I figured out that I needed to let that go and forgive because
you will carry that.
I carry
it's like a backpack. You walk around with all this anger and bitterness.
Actually, it was like
and
cancer.
resentment and cancer, and it consumes you, and you don't even know subconsciously that it's consuming
It did consume
you. And once that consumes you, and once you let it go, it's like Calgon, take it away. It's all good.
So what inspired me most for Casey and I to start this show, not only was it the friendship that we had, but it was the love, the bond that we shared, and it was something that we also shared in a career, and things like that that just meant so much to us, that we're powerful, strong women, and we don't let other people define who we are.
No.
So when I look back at some of the things that we went through, and I look at how far we've came now,
my long way.
my long way. I don't want to say shame on you. I just want to say I forgive you for the things you've done to me. I forgive you for the things that you've hurt me. I take accountability for any of my actions in my life, but I will not let anyone beat me down anymore. I'm done.
It's done. We're empowered.
I'm empowered.
And vivacious too.
And vivacious. And I plan to empower all women.
All women.
I didn't get to talk about Jada Pinkett Smith. I don't know if you follow her series. I'm a reader.
She's a reader.
I'm a reader. Sorry, I'm a reader. I'm inspired by women of my age and the things that they do. And I watch them. And I watch some of a lot of, not a lot of them, because I don't like the drama that I see in these, what do they call these shows? Reality shows?
Reality shows.
Yes. So when there's a reality show that I like, Atlanta Housewives, and the only women on there I feel that I'm empowered by is Nene Leakes, because I think she came a long way. Nene and I befriended each other really early in the beginning of her career, before her career really took off, on Facebook. And I was writing a book, which I haven't finished.
But she will.
But I will. I promise you, I will. And it will be a bestseller.
I can't write a book unless it's video.
But she'll be in the book, okay?
Diva won't have time to write a book. Diva can listen to some music, but Diva
it was how she was able to overcome her obstacles, and how I watch, how she stayed high. And even though sometimes she may have felt low, she stayed high and she kept going. And Cynthia Bailey, I have to give you your props. And Candy Burgess, I have to give you your props. You never demeanored anybody on that show. And at one point, I quit watching it because it was just so much unnecessary drama. And I thought, what are they teaching our daughters out here?
Oh my goodness.
What are they?
How they're empowering them? How are they showing them and teaching them right from wrong, or how to be a friend? Or
what is friendship?
What is friendship?
I don't think they know what friendship is.
What are they doing to make that happen?
Right. Friendship is, at the end of the day, for me, is that I can tell this woman every day of my life how much I love her. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And she can also tell me the same thing in the morning, that if it's not in the morning, it's in the evening. Or if she's having a problem, we sit and laugh. At the end of that conversation, we both feel good about it.
And I tell her I love her. She may not tell me sometimes.
No. Remember, I'm the sensitive one, so let's not go there.
Oh goodness! But at the end of the day, you're right. Just like we like to say, friends from the beginning,
and friends to the end.
And friends to the end. So at the end of the day, at this stage in our lives, I don't have time to go out and make new friends and try to find, where am I going to go?
And I don't want to leave and go back to Dallas, because there's nothing going on in Dallas.
Where am I going? To the grocery store to make friends? I don't have time for that. So if you have a friend and you haven't spoken to her, and she or he is a longtime friend, and you're at this stage in your life, and you're 50 and over, you're a diva or you're a princess. Diva princesses can make amends. They know how to go about talking to someone and going back to that friend and forgiving, whether it's a friend, a relative, a loved one. That's what empowering within yourself, that you can do it. You can do this. It's good. It's good for the soul. It's good for the heart. You can do it.
Also, what I love about our friendship, Casey, is that there's no what I'm going to get out of you.
Right.
We both are very strong women, and we both are out there taking care of ourselves.
Taking care of business.
It's not, what can I get from you?
It's not,
how
can
I use you? What's in it for me?
With them.
What can you do for me?
With them.
With them.
With
right.
Something like that.
and here I am.